I'm gonna show y'all my my favorite chatterbait to throw. Oh, I'm gonna answer the phone first because I got a text message from my wife. All right, good. I'm gonna show y'all my favorite chatterbait to throw. You know, I know there's a lot of hoopla around the jackhammer, and I do use a jackhammer as well. But the one that I use the most is this one. This is the ChatterBait Elite from Z-Man. Tell you a little bit about what this guy has, what this package entails. First of all, it has a copper hand-tied skirt on it. The head of the bait is, it's pretty much has a detail to match each skirt. So if you got a green pumpkin chatterbait, it's going to probably be a green pumpkin head. You can see it's a black and blue, and it's got black and blue with black head with a little bit of blue metal flake in it. It also has a heavy-duty It also has a heavy-duty 5/0 hook in it as well, so which is important when you're fishing a chatterbait. A lot of times you're fishing with a pretty big line. Sometimes you need a rod. You're not fishing with just a little medium heavy glass rod. Sometimes you're using a real stick, especially if you're using it in grass and you're trying to rip that bait out of grass and you're being a little bit more aggressive with it. You're probably going to use a little bit bigger line and you're going to be a little bit more aggressive. That 5/0 hook, heavy-duty, thick gauge wire hook, is the hook that you need to hold that fish, keep him pinned, and get him in the boat. So that's a couple of things about the ChatterBait Elite that make it different from the OCB. It has a good head shape design. I particularly like this head shape design because it lets the blade of the bait oscillate around, and it obviously when that blade moves around on the head, it does clack back and forth, so you get a little bit of sound and vibration from that. The other thing I like about this head style is it's sort of like an Arky style head, so it does seem to jump over wood a little bit better in my opinion than some of the other chatterbaits out there. But this is the guy that I like. I like it. I like the way the hook butts up with the plastics. It has a good keeper on here, so just like Last Tech, it does not pull off of the chatterbait when you're throwing it. When you make a real forceful long cast, I don't have to worry about my plastic fouling up and messing, ruining my cast. Today I've been fishing it around docks, skipping the chatterbait under docks, in and around the floats and catwalks around a lot of these docks. It's starting to rain now, and so we decided to take a little break. But when I make those casts under those docks sometimes, and I'm skipping it, using that forceful cast, sometimes if you don't have a good keeper, you're going to lose your plastic and you're going to waste the cast. I don't have to worry about that with the ChatterBait Elite, especially if you take just a little bit of super glue and put it right there on the edge of the plastic. When you butt it up against the head, you're not going to have to worry about that guy coming off ever. It ain't ever coming off. It's pretty much on there for good. So that's how I like to rig that guy. The ChatterBait Elite, it works great in muddy water, which is pretty much what we're fishing around today. We had a lot of rain in the southeast of southeastern United States this spring, so pretty much all of our bodies of water, you're getting stained water in places that you haven't normally had stained. So a chatterbait is a good bait to use in this situation. Why is a chatterbait a good bait to use? If you've ever used them, you've seen how the rod dances around when you throw a chatterbait. I mean, it throws off a lot of vibration. The way the blade on the chatterbait dances around, you got a plastic that's throwing off vibration, the skirt is throwing off vibration. So it's just a good bait to fish when you got muddy water conditions because fish can find it. It's throwing off so much water that it's easy to find. So I like to fish it in a muddy water situation like what you have going on here.